Hello friends. Today we're going to start a project that I'm really excited about and wanting to do for a long time. We're going to be replacing our original hatch on our Alberg 30 Tritea with a Lewmar Ocean 65 hatch. I got the trapezoid shape so that it matches visually the original hatch, and I got this on eBay for like $100 or something. I can't recall the exact price, but we're going to go ahead and get to installing this. There's a little bit of crazing, but me and Camille aren't concerned with it, and we can replace it eventually if we need to. But other than that, the hatch is amazing, and look forward to getting it installed and keeping the sea out of the V-berth. So I've gone ahead and drilled out these like old flathead screws, wouldn't come out of the hinges for the original hatch, so I went ahead and drilled those out already. So here's the original old thing. This thing's in sad shape. It's all broken. It's also crazed like crazy. So let's go ahead and think about this. Now I've seen a couple of different people do this on their boats, and I did reference the video from James Baldwin on Adam Voyager. He does a number of like modifications to Alberg 30s and Tritons and stuff. I do like how he went about installing an Ocean Series hatch on Alberg 30s and Tritons, and also liked how he did the integrated water tank, which other people have done. So we're gonna go ahead and get to this. So it's gonna be something like that, and I've cut out like a out of marine ply the shape, and we're going to be cutting this into quarters so that we can expand it and have room for our glass to lay up and kind of get it exactly where we need. And then we're going to have to take this down a bit to adjust for the camber of the deck. So I think the first thing to do is to kind of look at that shape over the hole to kind of see where we want to be. Actually, I can probably just open this and see. So I'll go ahead and show you guys what this looks like, kind of roughly where it's going to live. And the one thing I do know is that I want this edge to be the aftmost point so that I don't creep any closer to the mast base. But other than that, it's just kind of like, you know, port to starboard and then coming forward. Now I have a couple different ways to cut this out. I have a jigsaw, which is my preferred method, and I have a sawzall if the jigsaw doesn't work. Some of these high points, I don't know if the jigsaw is going to work, but we're going to start with that and see what we can do. But first we have to kind of mark out what we want to cut out and go from there. So that's roughly lined up in a good spot. I know I want this to be my aft edge, as I said, so it's kind of equal spacing, and who knows how true all this stuff is. So I'm just going to go ahead and mark it there, and if we have to, we're going to be glassing in all this anyway, so if we have to make up some difference, then we will. Now I've taped off everything down below to keep the nasty fiberglass dust out of all the shelving and the forward cabin and stuff. I'm gonna come back with a Sharpie now and kind of draw that line in, so when I'm cutting it, there's no mistake. Guess now it's just time to do the dirty work and cut a giant hole in my boat. Okay, so the first part's done. Cut out the sides. I'm gonna deal with this front edge, and then I can get those radiuses better with a lot of that material cut away. That's why I went ahead and cut them on the sides and just let them fall in. I'd like to get those radiuses nice, you know? So, yeah, cutting a hole in the boat is much easier than one would think. It's just emotionally difficult. So let's go ahead and get rid of this forward part and get to it. Okay, so the hole's cut out. Let's set in the hatch and see how she falls. Obviously, we're gonna build up, sort of the base is gonna go to this height, but we'll just see how it fits. So there's that. She fits. And again, she's gonna be about that height. And I'm gonna clean up some of the cuts, and then all that's gonna get glassed over anyway. But right now I'm gonna get out a grinder and kind of smooth out that back edge, and then we'll be ready to start playing with our like marine ply kind of riser. But the scary part is over, cutting the hole, and now it's just all progress to fixing it and making it nice.
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this episode, please give us a like, subscribe, and leave us a comment. It helps us a lot.
Thanks again to all of our patrons. Your contributions help us get the boat ready for big things.
Until next time.